So what is the difference between Tefl, TESOL and TESOL? Well, this video is going to tell you what. So TESOL, T-E-S-O-L, and a TESOL certificate is a certificate given when someone has learned how to teach English for speakers of other languages. It is the exact same methodologies as TEFL, which is teaching English as a foreign language. The only difference is, if someone's used it correctly, is that TESOL is used in native English speaking countries. So if you're in the UK and you're getting a certificate for teaching English, you should be getting a TESOL certificate because it's teaching English for speakers of other languages, or in other words, another language apart from English. They do TESOL certificates in the UK, TESOL certificates in Australia. If you're in a different country where the native language is not English, you should be getting a TEFL certificate because it's a foreign language. English is a foreign language. Okay, but to be honest, no one really follows this rule. No one really knows this. The only way you can really learn it is if you actually go to Wikipedia and it'll tell you, or if you delve into the books and understand why they use the different acronyms. It doesn't really matter which acronym you use. It's all the same thing. It's all the same methodologies. But I know for myself that there's companies in foreign countries where the native language is not English that use TESOL, which is not correct, but who cares? It's still the same methodologies. So you can get a TESOL certificate, you can get a TEFL certificate. It does not really matter. Now, why would you want to get a TEFL certificate or a TESOL certificate? Well, the industry is massive. There is 1 billion people learning English right now in Asia, Africa, Latin America and Europe. And if you get a TEFL certificate or a TESOL certificate, which takes about 3 to 4 weeks face-to-face and a shorter time if you get an online certificate, then you're automatically qualified to teach English in any of these countries. And there are so many jobs and not enough teachers. So you can be sure that if you go to China, Thailand, any other country, then you'll be able to find a job just with a TEFL certificate or a TESOL certificate. Sometimes the country has other requirements. For example, to teach legally in Thailand, you need to have a bachelor's degree. Now, it doesn't have to be a bachelor's degree in education or even in teaching English. It just needs to be a bachelor's degree in any subject. You could have a civil engineering degree and you could still teach English in Thailand, as long as you got a TEFL certificate as well. But strangely, in Thailand, they don't actually ask for a TEFL certificate for the work permit, but normally employers will ask for this. It's important that when you do choose to get qualified in TEFL or to get qualified in TESOL, because it's the exact same thing, that you do your research. You look for reviews online, you look at people that have already done that certificate, that training, and listen to their words. You can also email the company directly and understand from them what each certificate entails. Now, TEFL and TESOL, there's no overarching accreditation body. Any TEFL certificate that you find that says that it has accreditation, that accreditation is probably from another company somewhere, just making sure that they have the right standards. There's basically no reason why any TEFL certificate has to be accredited because there are so many different TEFL certificates out there. The best way to get credibility is to look at reviews online and see other people who have got jobs through that certificate. Now, another thing to think about is what kind of job assistance does the company give you after they've trained you in TEFL? So one thing to think about is the industry itself and how many jobs are available, what type of jobs, what type of schools, and the salary range as well. It differs massively from country to country. In Vietnam, you can make a heck of a lot of money for teaching, but you would not be teaching on a regular contract in terms of the hours. You might be teaching on a Monday for 2 hours, on a Tuesday for 5 hours, on a Wednesday for 7 hours, and then not on a Thursday at all. Like most of the jobs in Vietnam are in language centres. You do also get types of jobs in Vietnam where you're teaching in a school Monday to Friday. That's very different from Thailand, where most of the jobs are in a school Monday to Friday. Okay, and you do get language centre jobs as well, which would be teaching at all different hours. But most jobs are in secondary schools, primary schools. You also get jobs in private schools or in government schools as well. In private schools, you'll probably have a class age range, not age range. In private schools in Thailand, you probably have about 20 people in the class, 20 students in the class. And in government schools, you can have upwards of 55. So your teaching experience, your job that you'd be doing after your TEFL certificate really will depend on what country you go to and whether you go in a private school, a government school, or whether you go in a rural area or in a city area. There are so many different jobs out there. You really have to choose which one you'd want to do. I hope that you found this information useful. If you have any questions about TEFL, TESOL, teaching abroad, please get in contact. You can comment below and we will answer you.